Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video, this time as I announced in my last video about 3 Kanwrite Ultraflex nibs. And before we are diving into the details, let me explain something in addition. I was always complaining about Kanwrite Ultraflex nibs simply because of the fact that I got 3 or 4 years ago. I bought from Fountain Pen Revolution at that time, as I said, 3-4 years ago, Ultraflex nibs, and they all were anything but steel. They were very flimsy, they bent, I couldn't use them. I couldn't write with them. When applying pressure to the nib, the nibs, the tines bended. They never came back and closed as they should, as it should have been, as they should have done. And in addition, they came not with ebonite feet, they came with standard Jinhao plastic nibs with a nipple, and all of that made me very, very unhappy. And I thought that Fountain Pen Revolution got these nibs directly from Kanwrite, because Kanwrite, on the Kanwrite website, Fountain Pen Revolution is mentioned as their US distributor. Of course, it doesn't mean necessarily that these very, very flimsy, not sturdy, and non-steel nibs were really made by Kanwrite, but maybe from another source. I have no idea. But recently I thought, okay, I want to dive more into calligraphy, I want to dive more into flex, I want to master it. And I said, okay, let's give it a try, and ordered some Ultraflex nibs. And I was really, really surprised to see that these nibs are really sturdy steel. Promise? Now it's coming. Really sturdy steel. That has nothing to do with what I got 3 or 4 years ago from Fountain Pen Revolution. They are coming with an ebonite feet, and they are performing very, very well. This is a so-called needlepoint, so EEEF nib, and performing absolutely great, because I can use it also as a daily writer. Absolutely no problems with that. And all these fountain pens are Kanwrite fountain pens, and the model is called, or the series is called Heritage. What you have to keep in mind is Heritage and Legacy models from Kanwrite are really double tap, are using a different nib unit. Just let me show. I have a bunch of them ordered, and basically now I have the Ultraflex nibs in EEEF, that means needlepoint, in EF, in F, M, and B. So basically, except double EF, which means an accountant nib, and this is how it looks like. So, like Mont Blanc and maybe other piston fillers, they are open here at the end. They have nothing to do with the JoWo-threaded units, which always come for converter and cartridge systems. And that, in my book, that doesn't ensure really a good ink flow which is required for using flex nibs, Ultraflex nibs. So, just wanted to make that clear. The current Ultraflex nibs are really, from Kanwrite, are really sturdy steel. They are flexible and they are well made, absolutely well made. They have nothing to do with what I got from Fountain Pen Revolution and which are not usable any longer. In my last video I mentioned also that I most probably want to go for another fountain pen from Kanwrite, this time the Legacy model, which is roughly $57 compared to these Heritage models, which are in the range of $27 to $31 or $32. But I changed my mind simply because I bought some more special grind nibs, steel nibs from Kanwrite. And I also saw this very nice looking Kingfisher model. It is not new. What I like is the black trims, this orange colored cap with the black trim, the black ring, and I mounted here, I think, an Ultraflex M nib. We will see later how that performs. They are all piston fillers, and at that price, I think, quite a bargain. Still, I'm thinking about this Heritage model because it is more girthy, more bigger than these Heritage models. But time will tell if I'm going to buy another. Let me explain another thing. Now I have many, to my surprise, I have many Kanwrite nibs for interchanging. I have the steel nib, I have titanium nibs, mostly with JoWo threads, and also with, and then I have steel nibs for the Heritage units, which I prefer. Flex, Ultraflex, special grind, and standard round tips. I never kept track of all these nibs which I bought over the years. But I have to say, all of them are well working, and there were some problems in the beginning because I had no idea about different dimensions. They were not, especially the round tip standard nibs. I thought I can easily swap nibs into some of my Chinese fountain pens like Fully Ben and so on, quite sturdy. I wanted to put a BB nib, architect nibs. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Okay, but that's not the point here. Enough of talking, let's dive into the writing session right away. And let me put all away this. I have so many plastic bags where I am bagging all the different nibs, just in order not to lose an overview. So, paper, essential, very important. This time I am using showing. a 96 gram paper from Taiwan. It seems to be semi-coated or uncoated paper. I'm really not sure, I can't feel it. It's coming from a Taiwanese company called Two Notes. And they have these mushroom, how to say, naja, you see what it is, mushroom, for easy refill. The notebooks, their notebooks came. I'm not sure where I bought them. I bought them here in Thailand locally, maybe on an online sales platform. But you see how easy it is. They have also punchers. They are so expensive. And this is an A4 book which I'm using here. But the A4 book is simply too big, too large for my desk, including camera and doing writing samples. So you also can see here, this is the performance of the B UF steel without any pressure, of course. This is M, and this is my really beloved three extra fine Ultraflex steel needlepoint. And just for reference, this is the Pilot Music nib. Normal writing, reverse writing, different angles in reverse writing, how big big the lines are, and here you see with reverse writing. So that's quite interesting. And this paper is not that bad. Of course, there is ghosting. You can see that here. So basically, yeah, with the music nib anyhow, not so much with the needlepoint nib, but it is ghosting. So for swatching, maybe not that good. Let's start with the extra fine. XF. And this is all now without any pressure on this 96 gram paper. They sell it as 100 grams. Maybe that's a standard in the industry. Some flex, some writing, some figure eights, some flex. There you see already how big the lines can be achieved by flexing with this quite narrow tip. The Kingfisher, my latest fountain pen from Kanwrite, is equipped with the M nib. So this is M Ultraflex. Without pressure. Now we are coming to pressure. It's not that impressive, right? And it skips. And it skips again. To be honest, this nib gave me a hard time from the beginning. All nibs I received last week from Kanwrite were excellent. Only this M nib gave me a lot of problems. Let's try it again. Figure 8. So let's do I'm just using this brand name just for showing. Yeah, sometimes it's keeping up, sometimes it doesn't, but it is much better than before. When I received it, I had really a hard time to buffer, rebuffer, using different grids in order to keep it smooth. Now it is writing also in reverse writing, keeping up. Let's see. You see, that's really nice, making an F or an extra fine line. Nice. The Kingfisher. I like this black trims. I like the overall appearance of this fountain pen. Something special, I think. I mean, not unique, but something special. And this Kingfisher model is already a few years in existence, in production. I like it. And also, I must say, this material, CAB, it's a thermoplastic, is quite sturdy, absolutely sturdy. It feels good in the hand. It gives me, even though this is these are lightweight pens, they don't feel flimsy in my hand. They give me a sturdy feeling. Something which I hadn't with my Aurora pen, but these fountain pens here, they are well made, I really have to say. So, and this is the B nib, the B Ultraflex, and you see, this is more a gusher. And now flexing. Bam! That's really fat. And it's keeping up. As I said, I really have no idea what was wrong with the M tip. It gave me really a hard time. I think I had to spend 2.5–3 hours in order to make it writable. So let's see how it performs with the word O. Quite nice, I think. Let's try it with another. Maybe let's go here. The reason why I have why I have bought all these different nibs, nib sizes, is that I might be able to give some nice little smaller lines, making it look a little bit more sophisticated. More sophisticated than I am. So, yeah, that was my idea basically. I think that's enough for the 100-gram 2-note paper from Taiwan. And I would like to switch over to the paper which I am really admiring. 128 gram per square meter white Krafft paper, here from Thailand. The company is called Saengroon. Oh, they are not far away from my home, maybe 50-60 kilometers. They have a production site there, and I can acquire this paper regularly on an online platform as well. As I said, white Krafft paper, 128 grams, is already speaking for itself, I think. And there is already the B, the M, and the needle point. Here you see some flexing. And let's give you an idea. That's really a problem here for me, writing under the camera, catching everything. Why not going for... So this is the extra fine. Honestly, I'm very, very satisfied with the performance of this nib. And I can use it as a daily writer without pressure, without anything. The tine's always coming back, springing back. Great. Maybe springing is not the right word. So let's go for the M nib, which I expect it should perform better on this paper. Why, I have no idea. Maybe experts can explain to me the M nib. But you see, yes, it is performing much better on this paper. Let's use another word. Oh, I have so many papers. Okay, Aurora. That's also quite nice, I think. But I like really I'm wrong. This is triple extra fine. Just make it clear in reverse writing. Needle point. Now coming to the B nib. That's really a gusher. And it performs also here on this paper much better than on this 96 gram standard paper, let's say standard paper. B Ultraflex. Let's use another word, another brand from the fountain pen world. Not my world, the world out there. writing and checking the camera if it catches everything at the same time. Not that good, but I like these. I like the performance of all these nibs, especially on this paper. Let's see. Oh, it's quite wet now. Oi, 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 oi. Yeah. Sorry for destroying this picture, but I wanted to see how wet it is. I never did that before. Let's see. Oh, that's already dried. That's already dried. Quite quickly drying on this paper. Okay, the B nib is a gusher, a fire hose, and it was the last writing. So let's go back to the focus zoom. I reduced zoom now to 0.6 times. There you can see better. And just taking the standard paper as well. 96 gram, 100 gram. No, there is really a difference. There's absolutely a difference. And also dry. I have to say the Pilot Music nib is outstanding. It is. I love it. I love to write with it. But also all the nibs which I got recently from Kanwrite, and I intend to make another video about this, especially excuse me, about the cursive. Let me see here. Kanwrite Heritage Legacy Units. The cursive italic B. It's gold plated. It's really gold plated. It's not gold colored. The cursive italic BB, and I think I spoke already about the cursive italic B, and I said maybe it's worth to try the BB, and it is. And then I have a stub nib, also in size B. I think they misunderstand the principle of a stub. There is no round tip. The stub is flat. Naja, anyway. And then what do I have else? These are the standard round tip. And then the titanium nibs, yeah, but these are in JoWo units. And here again, Heritage Legacy units. Yeah, these are all the Ultraflex. And I think I'm missing only the extra fine. I don't know. Maybe I'm really missing it, or I forgot to write it down here. I was quite busy with juggling with many things at the same time yesterday, trying to organize all these different nibs, which I had to collect from several bags, put them all together in one bag, so that my Kanwrite nibs are all in one place. And I have to say, I'm really impressed. What is this here, by the way? Let me check. That's also a Kanwrite JoWo-threaded number 6 italic cursive, and a JoWo-threaded Ultraflex steel needlepoint nib, yes, for JoWo. But I expect that the performance of these JoWo-threaded housings, nibs in a JoWo-threaded housing, won't be that good, simply because there is a nipple, And what I did, for example, with my J16, which is now under repair, I'm waiting for a new barrel, the complete new barrel, because it has been broke. It broke when it accidentally fell on the marble tiles. I had to, in order to improve the ink flow, I had to cut off the nipple, and the hole had to be extended a little bit at the end of the housing, so that the nib got enough ink. And it was performing really well. In the beginning, I was very unhappy, unsatisfied with the performance. But then, after cutting off the nipples and drilled the hole at the bottom of the nib unit, made it a little bit bigger, the ink flow was really getting much better, and the performance was great. So, as I said, I'm trying to plan another video soon, maybe not so soon, about the performance of the Kanwrite special grinds, these italic and stub. And there was also another one, which maybe, I'm not sure. No, there was another one, I remember. Cursive italic BB. But I had also another one which was, I don't know. I have to check it out. I don't do it now. I hope the video gave you a little bit more information. Check out the website of Kanwrite, which has been improved during maybe the last couple of months, and it is really now much better than it was before. Well organized. Okay, we all have to live with different pricing for Indian customers and for customers ordering from outside India. And one thing, avoid UPS. When you check out, during the checkout process, you can choose between several methods of transport, and there is a flat rate of $13 something, and they always say it is FedEx, but it is not FedEx, it is UPS. And honestly, with UPS Thailand, especially with UPS Thailand, I have only bad experiences. There is, with their service, there is nothing really working well. They are always announcing quite unrealistic delivery times, and then the delivery will be always postponed, and it is no fun. And I think this has something to do with this flat rate of $13 something. You can choose also UPS services at a higher price, but also FedEx, and I have no idea how it is in your country, how the companies are working in your country. But here in Thailand, both FedEx and UPS aren't really reliable, and they are charging for import scan and so on, extra charges. I really do not accept and like this money hunting, but yeah, unfortunately I think Kanwrite doesn't do shipment by post, and I have to say the India post is not worse or better than any other post services in the world. I had really one bad experience with them, but all the other experiences with them were flawless. Okay, so enough, 35 minutes and 31 seconds. Enjoy your fountain pens wherever you are. Stay healthy, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.